Hey guys, welcome to All Time Gaming. I'm Chris.
I'm Jamie.
And I'm Alex.
And today we'll be pulling an exhibit.
Yeah, that's right, Jamie. I heard you like games, so we're finding the games in games so you can game while you game in your game.
Basically, we were inspired by Uncharted 4's inclusion of Crash Bandicoot, which saw 90s kids cream themselves across the world because they got to play Crash Bandicoot again.
Ugh.
And remember how average it was.
I loved Crash Bandicoot.
I'm joking.
Oh my god, you are a
Oh my
bastard.
god, Alex Jones is triggered.
You bitch.
So here's our list of 6 AAA games that have hidden little extra games buried deep inside them. Like, I don't know, don't look at me. You're both looking at me. Like a buried treasure chest, okay? X marks the spot. X to the Z exhibit.
This is about to be off the chain. Check this out.
That's right, first on this list we have Eerie, the prisoner stand-in Animal Crossing. Released in 2002 for the American market and in 2004 for the rest of us, the Nintendo title for the GameCube played like a slightly trippier version of The Sims, complete with inane tasks, house customization, and a mafioso raccoon.
One of my favourite things. Love that shit.
Now, that may not sound like fun. That's largely true because I found it's about as fun as ramming pencils in my pee hole. But it did have a pretty cool feature. One of the aspects of the game was that you could win items for your home from the lottery run by the local extortionist.
Tom Nook, is that his name?
Yeah.
As you do.
Tom Nook, you're the devil. Now, these items can be just another lamp because, you can never have enough of those, or it could be a coveted NES system, a NES. Oh shit, that's right, an actual playable NES game. Donkey Kong, tennis, pinball, golf, they're all available to win in this lottery.
So you can play a shit game and go into it and then play good games inside the shit game.
It's Gameception.
Controversial.
Gameception.
It's fucking amazing. There are just a few snags though. You must have 5 tickets from the current month you're playing, and they can only be obtained by buying yet more shit that you don't actually need from this droopy-eyed, apron-wearing motherfucker right here. Fucking Tom Nook.
This is like a furry's daydream.
And even then, there is no guarantee that you'll actually win a game. It could be another fucking lamp. So how else can you get a game? Well, sometimes Nintendo would be generous and actually have a giveaway. Other titles can be obtained from the island, a not at all creepy island where you basically fish, collect shells, and wonder what the fuck you are doing with your life.
Sounds like England.
Pretty much. And boom, you have a NES game.
Imagine when you were a kid, right? If you were sort of playing your NES, you're all happy, and then someone says, have a lottery ticket, and then you might win another game, and you'd be all excited because you're going to win a game, and then someone gave you a lamp.
A fucking lamp. As a kid, I would probably cry.
Nazis! Aren't you just sick of them?
Oh, when are they just go away?
Those Nazis.
Ah, those damn Nazis.
What are they like?
They're like cockroaches, Chris. Yes, and like cockroaches, you'll notice one scuttling around the kitchen, and before you know it, they've multiplied and invaded Poland. The euphemistically named
B-gay.
BJ Blazkowicz from Wolfenstein is a bit of a...
Wolfenstein.
It's a bit of a mouthful.
The euphemistically named BJ Blazkowicz from Wolfenstein, the New Order, is also sick of that particular brand of bullshit and has decided that the best way to get rid of them is by taking them out one impromptu dental appointment at a time.
Gosh.
Now, unless you're heavily lobotomized, you might have worked out that the New Order is part of a series of Wolfenstein games stretching back to Wolfenstein 3D in '92. This ancestry is called on in the New Order in a pretty unique and interesting way. In the Berlin headquarters of the resistance movement, BJ can rest his weary head and in doing so dream of the first level of Wolfenstein 3D.
It's a nice touch. It's a nice touch in the game, yeah.
Only it's not just some passive dream, it's a fully fledged playable level where the enemies and level design is almost identical to the 90s classic, except this time with the bonus of weapons that can reduce people to a puddle of giblets.
Gross.
Sounds like dinner.
What does this mean for the narrative though? Is it him struggling to remember his past actions through the haze of a brain spaced out for 20 years? Is it all just a dream?
I used to read Word Up magazine.
Someone heard Papa and Heavy D up in the limousine.
Oh shit, Biggie was BJ.
I'm sure there's some coherence here somewhere, but for the moment I'm having too much fun gunning down pixelated Nazi dickheads.
Now, while we're on the subject of supremacists, Call of Duty has faced a lot of criticism this year, at least on YouTube like and dislike bars. Infinite Warfare looks like the same shit Activision releases every year, while the game that everyone is actually looking forward to, Modern Warfare Remastered, is being held hostage inside some $80 abomination.
You bastards! Hashtag free Modern Warfare.
I gotta say though, I'd buy it.
Everyone would buy it because they don't give a shit about Infinite Warfare.
Let's cast our minds back though, back to a time when we not only shot foreigners, but the poor as well.
Ah, nice, yes.
Black Ops 2 had a compelling single-player campaign that at least staved off the existential dread for a few hours, but the main draw was the multiplayer. On one map in particular, Nuketown 2025, there was a little bonus for people who were extra persistent. If you shoot off all the mannequin heads on the level in 1 minute 30 seconds, you'll notice that the sign that's out in the open has changed to the old Activision logo from the 80s abilities. On activation, you'll gain access to a whole host of retro Activision titles. Titles such as Pitbull, River Raid, and other...
You said Pitbull.
Mr. Worldwide. Titles such as Pitfall, River Raid, and several other games that I don't know and don't give a shit about because I'm too busy getting a high score on Pitfall.
Just play Black Ops 2. Plus,
You're not wrong, Alex Jones.
If you're in Nuketown anyway, like, you're in the best map of multiplayer.
Of all time.
Just play that.
Now, some people wouldn't understand why someone would rather play pixelated games about leaping over crocodiles over, say, being assaulted by a 12-year-old vomiting racist abuse.
Alex Jones.
My ear can only take so much fucking.
That's why there's a mute.
Stop ruining my list!
StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty is the insanely popular science fiction RTS from the company that can apparently do no wrong. Talking about Blizzard and Overwatch by extension.
Activision Blizzard, you mean, Chris?
Nah, fuck Activision, just Blizzard. Now,
What about my Skylanders?
now, I have to say, I absolutely love this fucking game and have wasted days, weeks, months of my life just shooting away at the Zerg. Well, anyways, in between missions, you're left in the Hyperion Cantina to grab a drink, chill, catch up on the latest war news, listen to the jukebox, right?
Yeah, sounds relaxing.
But for the more socially awkward, jacked up, genetically enhanced super soldier, there's always the option to play games on the arcade machine.
So you don't have to interact with your fellow warriors.
No, fuck 'em. In the cantina, click on the arcade machine on the left-hand side and you'll be whisked into the world of Lost Viking, a classic top-down spaceship shooter where it's just you, waves and waves of enemies, and the crushing inevitability of death. There are 3 basic stages to the game featuring Protoss, Zerg, and Terran enemies, and you'll have the opportunity to play the game for as long as you have lives. There's even 4 achievements on offer.
Yeah!
Achievement hunters, yes!
I could see why that would be cool. Rock in the cantina, have a little arcade game.
Plus, Lost Viking is kind of a callback to one of Blizzard's earlier games, which was The Lost Vikings, but it's not the same game. Still cool, check it out.
Neat.
Sweet. For a long time now, it's been a commonly accepted fact that those who enjoy racing games are pretty weird, let's face it.
Well, then I'm weird, so you know.
Yeah, me too.
They'll talk the hind legs off a donkey about torque and fuel injectors and other kinds of car-related bullshit, so it's understandable when a game like Project Gotham Racing 2 feels the need to bring in something a little different just to kind of mix it up a bit.
Yeah, sure.
So in Project Gotham Racing 2, developers Bizarre Creations decided to add a nice little feature when looking over your collection of shiny automobiles. Firstly, go to the Kudos World Series and then to the car selection screen. From there, go to your garage and press Y to free roam the room. Now you're free to leave the cars to go play Geometry Wars on the arcade machine. Yes, that's right, the Geometry Wars.
That's a fucking cool game. That's a nice game within the game, dog.
That's nice.
That funny little shake-based seizure inducer that sees you pilot ships around an empty black background while shooting brightly coloured neon objects. The game was so popular on Project Gotham that Bizarre Creations actually took the idea and turned it into its own fully fledged game, which is pretty crazy when you think about it.
Everyone loves neon, come on.
Hell yeah, they do. Bizarre were bought and closed down by Activision in 2011, but their successor Lucid Games have since continued the tradition with the 3rd installment, Dimensions.
That's nice.
Nice.
That is nice.
Nice. I know it, you know it, everybody knows it.
That sounds like JFK.
I was kind of going for Trump, but I'm not feeling well.
Now, who here remembers Homefront the Revolution?
I do.
Of course.
Okay, who here played Homefront the Revolution?
Did not.
No.
Me
I skipped that one, yeah.
It was a sequel that literally no one asked for but was shoved down our throats anyway and made us gag a little. Short runtime, crappy side missions, and buggy as fuck, it just wasn't that good. Also the fact that they called North Koreans Norks.
Maybe a little bit racist, but you know.
Can you be racist to a country like North Korea?
I think you can be racist to North Koreans. Maybe not that top North Korean, the twat one, but...
Kimmy. However, developers Deep Silver did at least try to have some decent gameplay in there, even if it had absolutely nothing to do with Homefront.
Go on.
In a makeshift prison camp on the map, you'll find a seemingly dead arcade machine. Approach the cabinet and interact.
Does that mean fuck it?
It's like seeing a woman at a nightclub. Approach
And interact.
Interact.
The rest is up to you. After a few seconds, the Time Splitters 2 logo materializes on screen, and we're able to play Siberia and Chicago, the first 2 levels of the 2002 classic.
That's fucking awesome. They should just remake Time Splitters. Like, why make Homefront the Revolution when you can make Time Splitters, the new one?
Look at what we got. It's 2 whole levels, Chris, though.
It's quite funny because you know there are so many people that are just playing Homefront 2 so they can play Time Splitters.
Yeah.
On the one hand, we get to play 2 levels of a great game. On the other, the game is cruelly reminding us here that there has been no news of another installment of the franchise for years, and instead we're left with a mediocre adolescent shooter that reads like a cross between Red Dawn fanfiction and Nutjob wish fulfillment. I guess we could just play those 2 levels over and over again. Until we get our fix.
So there we go. 6 games that distracted us with games within games within games. Gameception, basically. So
Gameception.
Sweet. Yes, sweet.
But have we missed your favourite? Comment, query, argue, flirt, whatever it is, just do something in the comments section.
And if you want, why not leave us a like and subscribe down below as well?
And you know what? Games within games could seriously mess with your head. And so can the clip showing on screen right now. Handy. So why don't you go ahead and click it? Go on, just give it a little tickle. And we'll see you next time. See ya!
Bye!
Bye.
Yeah, well done, guys. That was good powering through. I liked it. I'd buy it.